Hi, I hope you're well and I hope you're looking after yourself. Well, this week's vlog is all about a new river. It's about the Little Ouse. So when you come down the river Little Ouse, you can see there's some moorings early on, but they were really busy. Lots of boats were there. So the next actual moorings, visitor moorings that you can stay at are right down here. Absolutely beautiful moorings, but quite a journey in between where you don't really have visitor moorings, although there may have been spots to wild moor. I didn't actually look at that. The River Little Ouse is 60 kilometres long and is a tributary of the River Great Ouse. For much of its length it follows the boundary between Suffolk and Norfolk. So whilst we moored Big Alice, we then got Little Alice ready so India could practice her sailing.
Go, Zach.
So we didn't get much wind, but it doesn't matter because we had the electric motor and it was just beautiful being out on the Little Ouse and seeing it from that level. But anyway, I was really interested in getting a better view of how many lapwing there were. And so when we took Big Alice, Alice Grace, along the same stretch of river to the end of Little Ouse, I managed to get a closer look at the lapwing. So the collective noun for lapwing is a deceit of lapwing. And this originates from them being deceitful and treacherous. And I think that's because to protect their young and their shallow and low-lying nests, they will feign having a broken wing to lure the predator away. Well, if you're going to base the collective noun on that principle, really I think they should be called a protection of lapwing. So that's what I'm going to refer to them from now on, a protection of lapwing. And if that wasn't enough, I also spotted my very first great white egret. It was just wonderful to be able to see a great white egret. I've never seen them before. I've seen lots of little egret, but they're just beautiful, beautiful creatures. And I think it's because Lake and Heath Fen RSPB Nature Reserve runs alongside the Little Ouse, so you get spectacular bird life there. So we actually went right to the very end that you could get on a 60-foot narrowboat to the Little Ouse, to the village of, or the small town of Brandon. And of course you come right down to the end to Brandon, which is another, down here, which is another visitor mooring. And this is where you find the only lock on this river. It raises the water level up 1 metre and lets craft through that are less than 45 foot long. And it was here that I stopped for a while to just admire a really unlikely friendship. Brandon is a small market town in the English county of Suffolk. From prehistoric times the area was mined for its flint, and in medieval times it was renowned for its rabbit fur. Surrounding this area are acres of forest and beautiful walks. It's just starting to rain again. I can't believe how much rain we've had lately. Anyway, it's good for the plants. So the sheep and the mule, I just stood there, and Zephyr was very patient because I was just so touched by what a beautiful relationship they had. And then I came back to Alice Grace, and I was sitting on the bow deck like I am now, and just ahead of me in the reeds I could see something moving. So I got my camera, I kept really still, and eventually the little water vole got confident around me and came out and sat right in front of the boat. So it's been quite sad this week because we've said goodbye to India. She's gone back to university. She's in her final year now of marine biology, and going to miss her a lot, but particularly Zephyr, because India is Zephyr's best friend. And Zephyr's a bit down, but she'll be fine in a couple of days, and she's back to her normal self, so don't worry about Zephyr. So now it's time to sit back, relax and enjoy a mindful cruise, and this is where we were travelling to the end of the Little Ouse, which is just a gorgeous river. Look after yourself, take care, and please come and join me next week. Bye! "The company you keep should only be sheep," said the flock to the ram in their fold. "But the donkey's my friend, and the time that we spend together's a treasure like gold." The view of each mule was their ass was a fool. What is it with Woolly and you? Our friendship is fair, we listen and share stories of hope whilst we chew. One story they told, by the time they were old, they hoped that each pasture they trod would live by the rule that each sheep and each mule without bias could side by side plod.